In this video, I'm going to walk you through how easy it is to create a performance test for a website using JMeter. And the best part, no code required for what we're doing today. Back in the day, performance testing wasn't exactly beginner friendly. Trust me, there were tools, but no real playbooks. Just a lot of trial, error, and stress. I actually started my career primarily as a performance test engineer over 25 years ago. And let me tell you, it was complicated. And there weren't many clear paths, just a lot of learning by doing and breaking things along the way. Back then, I would have loved to have a platform like JMeter. It makes performance testing way more accessible, whether you're a beginner or scaling up a complex scenario across multiple cloud providers. This is just an example of how easy it is to get started. And obviously, as your skills improve, your test scripts will become more and more complicated. So let's jump in. So the application of this test is going to be just a simple application I wrote called a test tool matcher, where you select the type of tool you want, protocols. And what it does is then shows you a bunch of different tools that meet that criteria that you can then look at and show more to show. And clearly JMeter is on here as well. So this is the application under test that we're going to be using for this quick example. So I'm going to click on the create test button. There's multiple options you can use, but I'm just going to create a simple performance test. There are many options to use. There's a recorder here for more complex test cases as well. But for us, we're just going to run a really quick test. So I'm going to click on the performance test button. If you had existing test scripts like in JMeter or Gatling or even Selenium or Taurus, you can easily upload them here. This is great because JMeter adds a lot of functionality that these other tools don't have. A lot of great reporting that you're going to see soon, but that's one thing you could do. But for us, we're just going to do a quick test, just going against that application under test, that URL. So I'm going to click on the enter URL call here. We're going to give it a name. So we're going to enter in the URL to be tested. Obviously, just like a functional test, a performance test is only good as your validations or your assertions. So there's a cool section here called assertions. We're going to add a simple assertion just to make sure when we make a request to that URL, we get a response back. And obviously, the response we're going to want back is HTTP 200, which means everything's okay. So we're going to click on the assertion type. When there's multiple assertions you could do, there's text, response time, regex, JSON, expat. For now, we're just going to do a simple text one. We're going to select the HTTP code one. We're going to make sure that the code equals 200. And we're going to set it to equals 200 because we want to be able to define the expected code that's returned. That means it's been a successful connection. All right, now click on the add button. And once again, you can add multiple assertions, different kinds, all at the same time. But for this test, we're just going to use that one simple assertion just to demonstrate this feature. If you scroll down, you'll see the load configuration that you want to set for your test. And this screen is really helpful to define the different load characteristics that you might want for your particular application under test. And obviously, you can scale this up or down depending on your needs. Highly recommend you find out your requirements first, because you could start a lot of problems saying, you know, we ramped up to 100 users, we had no think time, and we created 5,000 transactions in a minute. It's going to break your application when it's not a realistic test. So you want to make this as realistic as possible and try to get as close to possible as real world conditions. I'm just going to do 10 users just for this particular test to keep it easy. Duration, just 3 minutes, just for demonstration purposes, and ramp up time 1 minute. All right, by default, because I'm using just the free plan, it's going to use the JMeter location. But if you had additional locations, they could be added using the add locations button. Also, different providers are available under the paid plan, such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, as well as I mentioned, different locations around the world. So say you want to see how your app that's based in the US handles traffic from China, you can test that. But for us, I'm just going to do this quick example just using the default JMeter one because I only have the free plan that I just created. And also, it's good to remember that whenever you're creating a performance test, it's a good practice to add failure criteria. So the failure criteria is used to show if a test actually has passed or failed. So let's do that. So you can select this failure criteria toggle. This will turn it on or off. Right now it's off. Let's turn it on. And that will reveal the drop down where you can then set multiple KPIs. For our test, we're just going to set a failure criteria for the error percentages. So if you click on the KPIs, it shows all the different KPIs. And what we want is for this test, error percentage. And we want to set the condition to be greater than the threshold. So greater than, let's do 2. And as I mentioned, we're making this as simple as possible, but you can make this as complicated as you want once you get used to it. There's a lot of different things you could do. There's test data orchestration, virtual service configuration, end user experience monitoring. It has a bunch of APM integrations, DNS overrides, network emulations, all this stuff to really do a fully comprehensive test. But for this example, I just wanted to do it really quick and really basic, just so you can get your hands dirty to realize how easy it is actually to get started. So it's as simple as that. Now we can actually run our test manually. We can add it to a schedule, or we can actually launch it from our CI/CD pipelines. Just because I'm using the free plan and I just want to do a quick demonstration, I'm just going to run this manually just so you can see how easy it is to run it also. So I just vibe coded this application, so we'll see how it does under a very simple load. Just go into that main page. So as it's running, you can see in real time the load, the response times as they're occurring, any errors that are happening. So we're at 10 full users and the response time is pretty much the same as what it was as we were having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 users on. So that's good. So this is what we call now running in a steady state with all your expected concurrent users running at the same time. All right, so the test is finished. It's passed. It shows some high-level metrics of how well it did. 10 users, the throughput, the response time, all the key things you want to know about. What's also really cool is if you're working with other team members that need a high-level executive report, they have an option where you can just click on executive summary, and that'll create a nice high-level report that you could then share with the team of all the high-level key metrics and also your key findings as well. Highly recommend you give a little summary of what they're looking at, and it really has some cool charts and information embedded in there right off the bat as well. And that's it. A real simple way to get up and running with performance testing using BlazeMeter. And what I appreciate most is how it lets you start small, then grow into more complex scenarios with tools like JMeter, Gatling, and API monitoring, all in one place. So if you've been putting off performance testing because it felt too intimidating or you didn't know where to start, this might be a chance for you to change all that. And as you can see, I used the free account, so there's no reason why you can't do the same. So I highly recommend you try it out using that special link down below and let me know your thoughts on how it worked for you as well. And as always, test everything and keep the good. Make sure to like, subscribe to never miss another video. Cheers.